Good morning everyone, good evening and good afternoon to viewers from all walks of life. This is Denzamus and you're welcome to the channel of truth, enlightenment, freedom, and the channel of breaking empires free. If you are new on this channel, I talk about narcissism and narcissistic abuse, I talk about spirituality, and I talk about personal and self-development. And if any of that resonates with you, I invite you guys to join us, give us a like, share this video with friends, and you may subscribe if you haven't already. And for those that have always been with us, you are welcome back, and I thank you for your love and support. Now guys, listen, this is a channel, it's a spiritual channel. Spirituality has nothing to do with religion. We have got people from all corners of the earth with different types of religions, So me, I don't focus on a Christian or a Buddha or a Allah. A chosen person, you are chosen, you know yourself, okay? A chosen person, they know themselves. When you are chosen, you will know that you're chosen, regardless of what religion you are. You can be a Muslim, you can be from a Buddhist clan, you can be a Jehovah Witness, you can be a Christian. It does not matter. You're chosen, you're chosen. It has got nothing and is not attached to religion. Because usually I get some comments and people are like, oh, Jesus, and then they're born again, and then somebody's telling me Allah, and then somebody Yeshua, and then, I'm a spiritual person, ladies and gentlemen. So, I have never come here and I started reading to you Bible scriptures, because there's some people who are from the Christians, they're reading their Bible. Some people from the Allah, they have their Quran. Different types of religion, I don't care. You can be with your faith, but you can only take the things which resonate with you, because there are some things you will never understand. There are some things which may be a little bit deeper into spirituality, and it doesn't have to resonate with you. So don't try to push the story to fit in your situation because you're a Christian, and I said something because you're Muslim, and then you say, oh, Allah said this, and then someone say, oh, Buddha says this, and then somebody say, oh, let's be born again, and the verse, the Bible says this. It has nothing to do with that, ladies and gentlemen. When your time comes, you will get that realization that religion has got nothing to do with chosen people, okay? You're chosen, you're chosen. Now we're going to talk about the chosen ones. And relationships. Now, chosen ones, you're a beautiful person with this beautiful light. And there is two types of people that need your energy. There is the good people, and then there's the bad people. There's the wicked ones. But before we dive into this story, I would like to share something with you guys. So I have this friend of mine. So we're talking about relationships. Back in the days, he was in college, and he had a very, very beautiful soul. He met somebody very beautiful in that college time. So they was dating in that time. And that relationship didn't take long. It took up maybe it was a year or two. Then they broke up. They all went separate ways. The woman went and married somewhere, got married somewhere. The man also went and married somewhere else. And those relationships they got into that time were disastrous. So the relationship didn't get anywhere, and eventually they split up. We're talking about a period of almost 20 years. Someone went and got married for 20 years, they split up. The woman also went and got married. Later on they split up and even had children in that time. 20 years later, they both realized that that first love, the one from high school, the one from college, that was the real person. And you know what happened? The universe brought those people back together and united them, and now they can never trade their relationship for anything else, because they discovered they were meant to be together. So they were meant actually for each other. Okay? Now you see, ladies and gentlemen, as good as you are as a chosen person, you're this beautiful empath. You mean well for everybody around you. You mean well for your husbands. You mean well for your wives. You have no evil intentions. But now, it's time for you to date. Have you noticed that sometimes when you have been looking for a relationship and you found someone, you found a girl or you found a boy, a man or a woman, whatever, have you noticed that in a very short time, after meeting those individuals, the universe is going to actually show you your soulmate? Now, I want you guys to listen very, very closely to this video. And I want you to remember, you have most likely seen this thing I'm talking about. You're in a relationship, okay? You have been in a relationship. And then obviously, it's 3 months down the road, 4 months down the road. Normally it doesn't take up, it may not have to take up to 6 months. It could, but not necessarily. And you're out there with your husband doing your own thing. You're shopping, you're doing whatever, taking care of the kids. And you run into your soulmate. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something about soulmate energy. When you meet your soulmate, ladies and gentlemen, you will know. You will know this person has been designed for you, specifically for you. Your energy is balancing very, very well. It does not matter really if you are in a relationship or not. Sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, a few days or a few months or a few weeks or it could go up to a year, we never know. You're going to run into someone and that person is going to mirror to you soulmate energy. You are going to know this is the one. Now let me tell you something why sometimes chosen people, they end up in very, very serious, difficult and toxic relationships and they miss their soulmates. Sometimes even by a few days, by a few seconds, by a few months, you're going to miss your soulmate. Let me tell you what is happening behind the scenes. A soulmate, your energy is needed on this planet. Now already, the energy that you carry within you is already too high and too much for the enemy. Even by yourself, the enemy cannot even handle you by yourself. You alone, the enemy cannot handle you. Now you can imagine what will usually happen when you have already met your soulmate and the two of you, you're one flame. I will tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, that flame is going to shine brighter. And that flame is very powerful. It's a double flame, it's a twin flame. So you are together, shining and burning brighter. Now, a person who is in soulmate energy, you're with your soulmate, the enemy doesn't have anything to do with you. The enemy will do whatever they can do whatever they want to do. Ladies and gentlemen, there's some people you meet and you will know these individuals, they are dating their soulmates. Those are the most contented people on this universe. I can guarantee you, ladies and gentlemen, a person who is dating their soulmates, those are the most contented people on this universe. There's nothing that can shake them. Their flame is shining too bright. And whatever blows them, which kind of wind blows them, how powerful it is, it cannot put them down. They are together like that. You know what I mean? Now, what really happens is that the enemy doesn't want you with a twin flame. The enemy doesn't want you with a soulmate. Okay? So what will happen usually now, the enemy is also going to send in their agents. Because you see, let me tell you something about chosen people. The enemy knows what you're here to do. Should you meet your soulmate, you're even going to do it faster. Let me repeat this one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Should you be ready for a relationship and you land on your soulmate, you meet your soulmate, you're going to achieve your goals faster than when you're by yourself. You will still achieve your goals by yourself, but with your soulmate, the energy is double. You manifest faster and you're moving faster. So what does the enemy do? The enemy sends in these agents. And let me tell you something about these agents. The only thing the agents are coming to do, they are coming to manipulate and sabotage your goals. They are coming in to sabotage your life. That's the reason why you see these narcissists. The moment they get into your life, so you guys have started dating, they get into your life, those individuals, they are going to go to work. You are going to feel like these individuals, they have been sent from somewhere. You are not even sure How did they end up in your life? How did you end up with these kind of individuals? They are going to go to work. Ladies and gentlemen, the destruction will begin. They start breaking you down. They start killing your self-esteem. They start manipulating. They start sabotaging your projects. They'll start manipulating your finances. They will start destroying you and bring you down. Because the enemy, let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, the enemy does not want you to do anything on this planet. You are here for bigger missions. You are here for a big purpose. But there is the enemy that doesn't want you to achieve anything on this planet. It's the reason why you have been entangled very many years. You know, you have been with a narcissist. Can you imagine somebody's with a narcissist for 20 years? Ladies and gentlemen, maybe I think I was the lucky one. I did not reach even 10 years. It took me about 7 years to get out. A person has been entangled with a narcissist for 20 years, a chosen one, a person with this beautiful light, and a person who is here to achieve greater things in life. They have been entangled with a narcissist for 20 years. Now you have been investing your energy in this very toxic individual, a person who is not even supposed, they are not even supposed to sit with you on the same couch. If you guys want to know what I'm talking about, the narcissist is not even supposed to sit with you on that same couch. They are not even supposed to enter your house, for that matter. They are supposed to stay outside because they don't mean well for you. You know? So the enemy sends in these agents. Because the enemy, all these things what are happening in life, everything is happening in it. So all these things, on a very spiritual level, the enemy knows who you are. You know? So the enemy is like, no. If those two people, that man and that woman, if they team up together and they form a team as one, we're not going to handle them. They know. The enemy knows this. The enemy knows that should you meet a person with soulmate energy, the enemy has got nothing. They have got nothing to do with you. Your flame is so bright, and the enemy cannot handle that energy. They already cannot handle your energy when you are alone. So why do you think that enemy is going to handle your energy when you're with the person that is your soulmate? You are burning. You are a flame that is burning so bright. The enemy has got nothing to do with you. So what the enemy does usually, especially in that time when you're looking for a relationship, the enemy is going to come around and they're going to send their agents. Ladies and gentlemen, you see this thing of narcissism and everything. These people, they are devil's agents. These narcissists, ladies and gentlemen, you had better wake up. These people, they are devil's agents. They are sent for specific missions in your life to destroy you. So it's the reason as to why you see sometimes you're with a narcissist and you're thinking about why you're not taking off. Why is everything stuck? You know what I mean? Why can't you think clearly? Why can't you even sometimes get up in the morning? Even sometimes to get up in the morning and do the slightest basic things in life, you cannot. Brain fog, sicknesses, failure, disaster, setbacks. The narcissist is the devil's agent. They have got very demonic energy, and a lot of those narcissists, they don't even know who they are. You know, a lot of these narcissists, they do not know who they are. They do not even know that they are agents. The greater ones do. The bigger ones, the ones who have already, self-aware and everything. They know who they are. But the lesser ones, they do not know who they are. So most of the time, they are ending up in your life because they're like, oh, this person looks like they're a very beautiful soul. I can just come around and I'll benefit from being around them. Just by being around you, they're going to benefit because you're going to supply them with this energy that they need. But at the same time, they're going to destroy you. How much energy can you give to a narcissist? Because, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. Every single day, the narcissist needs a different sort of energy. And you're going to be supplying that energy. And people have supplied that energy for 20 years. 20 years, you're with the demon in your house. 20 years, you are giving them your energy on a daily basis. Ladies and gentlemen, you can imagine that kind of scenario whereby you are pumping all your energy into these people, the devil's agents, for 20 years. The energy you're supposed to be putting into something else very constructive and something to put you higher, to drive you further, you're pumping that energy in these demons. You have been pumping a lot of your energy in your families, you know, those toxic families. You are born together, but at the same time, there's nothing you can do for yourself, you know. They are dragging and they're holding you back for all these years. And you see, the universe sometimes constructs these things. It may look like an accident or a mistake, but sometimes maybe the universe wants to. Because you see, when these people come into your life, those devil's edges, the narcissists and whatever, those toxic individuals, sometimes it is a sign from the universe that the universe wants you to wake up. The universe wants you to recognize the difference between real and not. So I think that's the reason why sometimes the universe hides your soulmate away from you. Are you guys following? The universe may sometimes hide your soulmate away from you because the universe, first of all, it wants you to learn something in life. It wants you to recognize the difference between the real and the fake. So you have got to be with these fake energy vampires, and then they are going to show you a lot of things. You know what I mean? And then in your mind, you're thinking that how is it possible that a person can behave like this or do something like this or say something like that? You are going to see evil in your face. And you see, as long as you're with those individuals as well, who are not supposed to be with you, that's when you're going to see that actually a lot of your blessings are being held back. So your blessings are being held back. The universe so you are not growing on the spiritual level and emotional level. You're not growing because you're in some kind of a school, you know. Like I've given you an example of these guys who they met 20 years later. 20 years, ladies and gentlemen, they met before in college, in high school. But you know, I think on an emotional level, they were not yet matured. And probably they were not even ready for that relationship. Maybe that's the reason why, as to why they had to split up and go separate ways. For some reason. And 20 years later, ladies and gentlemen, they found each other again. Sometimes the universe is showing you, so I've given you an example sometimes, guys, I've told you. Sometimes you will see cases where you have just gotten into a relationship. For example, you've just gotten married, okay? It's been 2, 3 months, 3 months, 4 months, maybe 5, even 6 months. It could even sometimes it could get up to a year. And then in an instant, you run into somebody. You run into somebody with a soulmate energy. And then you're thinking that, this person is a very beautiful person, because now you're starting to see that you're most likely in a very toxic relationship, but now the universe has showed you your soulmate. So maybe the universe is showing you that, listen, that is the person you're supposed to be with. That is the person you're meant to be with. So the universe brings those people. Sometimes they will just run into you, or sometimes you may just run into them. It depends. You could sometimes run into each other, but you are going to know. If you're a person who is the chosen one, you have got this beautiful soul within you. You are going to meet these individuals, and you are going to know those are the individuals you are supposed to be with. But most of the times, you're already in relationships, you've already been married, you're struggling with your husband, very, very toxic, demon in the house, nothing is happening, you're suffering on a daily basis. Then the universe is going to bring those people and they will show you those people. That is the person meant for you. And sometimes you have already been with those individuals long time ago, and then you guys actually split and went separate ways. So the two of you are going through some kind of lessons. There is thing that you're learning. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point in time, I know the difference between toxic and good people. If a person comes into my life at this moment, with all these lessons that I've learned along my journey, I will simply recognize this is soulmate energy. I will know these people who they are. I will know. It will not take me a very long time to recognize the real. It will be very easy. But it takes a lot of time, ladies and gentlemen. So sometimes maybe the reason why sometimes the universe is hiding these soulmates from us, you're supposed to go through some form of growth. It can be physical, it can be spiritual, it can be emotional. In every way, shape or form, you are supposed to go through some form of growth. And there is some people that are coming in sometimes to teach you the real difference between real love and fake. So some people, they will come around and those people, they are going to punish you. Ladies and gentlemen, the narcissist, there's nobody in this universe that will ever punish you like a narcissist. They will come in your life, ladies and gentlemen, and they will teach you the difference between the real love and the fake one. You will know that you are in a fake relationship with those individuals, and you will know you're not supposed to be together. I knew, ladies and gentlemen, let me even tell you the funny part. So many years ago, I knew that relationship, there was something wrong with this relationship. I knew this. It was probably in the first year. I knew that this relationship was not meant to be. It was a very toxic relationship. I knew this person was very toxic. I just didn't understand the name. I did not have the name for it, you know. But of course, over the years, as you stay with these energy vampires, you're learning so many things about yourself. You're evolving, you're growing. Of course, there's a lot of pain and whatever. Then now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, the universe will sometime, you know, snap. You will snap. And the universe is going to open your eyes and it's going to say, hey, listen, whoever it is, it's time for you to wake up. You know? It's time for you to wake up. Now you can go ahead and find the real love. And that is when your soulmate is going to show up. Usually, your soulmate will show up after you have actually left a very, very difficult relationship and done some healing in your life. That is when your soulmate is going to show up in your life. So if it is a person that you have already met many years ago, you was in high school, whatever, and then you guys, of course, you are still young and evolving, then you split and you went separate ways. That person is going to show up. If it is a person that you ran into at some point in time during your toxic marriage, you ran into somebody, maybe it was in church, it was in the gym, it was at a sports event, it was at a barbecue party, whatever, and you knew that person carried your soulmate energy, that person is going to show up later on. But the only time that person is going to show up is the time when you have already finished learning these lessons. Nobody can convince you otherwise. You have grown spiritually. You have grown emotionally. Those individuals are going to show up. If you have met them before many years ago, the universe is going to bring those individuals and they're going to gravitate towards you, back to you. And when you meet, you're going to recognize those are the people for you. You know, ladies and gentlemen, when I talk about this soulmate energy does not lie. There is nobody is going to come around and convince you otherwise. You meet those individuals, you will know these are the people for you. You will know. There is something, if you're a person who has done some healing in yourself, with yourself, when they show up in your life, you're going to know. Those are the guys for you. But it may take a while, okay? So a lot of times, why you guys have seen yourselves running into these narcissists is because the enemy did not want you. The enemy brought in and sent in those agents, the devil's agents, because the enemy did not want you to meet the love that is meant for you. Let me tell you something about this love. Love is the highest frequency. Ladies and gentlemen, the enemy cannot handle you when you're vibrating at the frequency of love. The enemy cannot do that. They have nothing to do with you. Now you can imagine two people, soulmates. You are both vibrating on the frequency of love. Everything you do is out of love. The enemy has nothing to do with you. Your light, that means that your light is shining brighter and you can achieve more things in life. Did you know the reason as to why sometimes you meet women? Of course, you might have been struggling, of course, with different stuff. You meet a person, a woman or a man, and that person brings so much light into your life. All of a sudden, you start glowing. Everything takes off, not only for you, for the other person as well. The both of you take off, and it feels like you're not even struggling with anything. Anything you touch is simply prospering. There's nothing can fail you when it's the two of you. It's because the two of you, you're both vibrating at a similar frequency. That's the reason as to why everything you put your hand, it prospers straight away. So those are the guys you see them. Sometimes they may even sometimes become millionaires because they have met a person who is coming in to even brighten their light even further. Because you see the difference between good people and bad people. These agents of the devil, they come in to kill your light. You understand this? They are coming in to kill your light. There's nothing they want for you. There's nothing beautiful they want for you. They only want to come around and destroy you. But the soulmate is coming in to support you. The two of you, both vibrating at the love frequency. The two of you shine brighter and you achieve more in life. So those are the guys you see, they achieve a lot of things. In a few months, a few years, they've opened up a shop. In a few months, they have bought their first car. In a few months, they have bought their first house. You are taking off because it is soulmate energy. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. This is the most powerful energy on this universe. The soulmate energy. Until you have met your soulmate, I can guarantee you chose the ones. Until you have met your soulmate, ladies and gentlemen, it will be very difficult for your life to take off. It will be very difficult, ladies and gentlemen, when you're sleeping with the enemy in your bed. It is going to be very difficult for you to take off in everything you touch. You will never succeed in anything until you get that demon out of your house. And you meet a person that is supposed to be in your energy, a person with soulmate energy. That is the only person who is going to give you that energy you've never seen before. So the two of you are going to balance each other. You will not destroy each other. You're not killing each other. You're not taking from each other. You're balancing and elevating each other. That's what they call the soulmate energy. But unfortunately, a lot of us, we had to go through some experiences to understand this. And as a chosen one, I'm very sure by this point in time, if you're a fully awakened individual, I'm very sure that now you understand what is soulmate energy. You know the difference between the real and the fake. So let me know what you think about this video in the comment section below, guys. You know that I do love and appreciate your support. Book a session if you want to. You may donate or support my channel if you want to. And until then, I'll catch you guys in my next one. There's almost signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.